The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Well, who we have here is Jelly Belly, and as you can see, she loves the camera. She loves to have her picture taken. She's a 3-year-old Shar-Pei mix that came to us on February 11th. She was found by animal control with a shepherd, running around with a shepherd, and the shepherd's owner came in a few days and picked him up, but they said that she didn't belong to them, so she had obviously found herself a boyfriend and was just hanging out. She does get along with some dogs, but some dogs not, so dogs would have to be introduced. Cats would not be a good idea. Shar-Peis are not known to be cat-friendly. She is an easy walk. She really loves to go on her walks, and she loves to play. She plays ball. She loves to play ball. And she would be good in a household with kids as long as it wasn't a really crazy household. And she'd be good with an older couple as well, because she's not very hyper. She's pretty calm. So we're just really hoping that she gets to go to a family that would be loving her and putting their hands on her a lot, because she's really a sweet, sweet girl. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our drop-dead gorgeous Django. He's not, I don't know if he's named after the movie or not, but he is a lovely, lovely dog. We got him on February 4th as a stray. We think he's about 4 years old. He's a male heeler, and he's got the sweetest personality. He really is. He loves all people, and he loves to be petted. He's very playful. When you walk him, he's a very, very easy walk, and he loves going out. He doesn't pull on his leash, and he really is not at all showing any aggression towards other dogs. Dogs would have to be introduced to him, but he doesn't seem to mind other dogs, so he could be another companion for a dog. He probably would be good with older children, just because he's young and energetic and we want little ones knocked over. Cats would probably have to be introduced. Some healers are okay, some are not, so that would need to be tested out. And he'd be great in a family. He'd also be good with a couple. He would need to be exercised, because healers do like to run around, and he is young, so he would need some exercise, a fenced yard, or if we found out that he could get on, he could even go to a dog park. But he's one of the favorites at the shelter because he is so sweet and lovable. So we're just hoping he gets a really, really good home, and he can sit, and he can also lie down. And we think he's potty trained, because his kennel is very clean every morning. So we're hoping that somebody loves him and comes and takes him home for his forever home.
This is Vito. He's a 3-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd mix. He's a very, very sweet boy, playful, and he likes to go on walks. He's easy to walk on the leash. He gets along with other dogs, although with all the dogs here, we do recommend that we have an introduction with another dog. He'd be suitable for pretty much any home and any sort of activity. He came from a very, very loving home, and he was surrendered because the owners had to move, and that was very sad for them and him. But he doesn't seem to have be suffering at all from the loss of his previous family, and he's moved on and he's ready for a new one. Good boy. Yeah. You are a very good boy, aren't you?
Well, this drop-dead gorgeous girl is named Kenai, and she's a 3.5-year-old Alaskan Malamute. And she's just absolutely beautiful. She's got the thick Malamute coat. She came to us on March 18th, if you can believe it or not, as a stray. So we can't understand why somebody's not looking for her, because she knows how to sit, she knows how to give you her paw. She's very friendly with other dogs. She is really nice to walk. She loves to go on her walks. And she is quite the talker. She can carry on a conversation with you. If you know anything about Malamutes, they can practically sing. And she makes every attempt to do that. She likes to play ball, and she is really loving with people. And so she would make a good home for somebody. She's going to need to have some exercise, though, because she is a Malamute, and they do like to run around. So, but because she is pretty good with other dogs, she could probably go to a dog park if you didn't have a fenced-in yard to play with her. But she would, you know, her coat, you know, is very thick for this part of the country. When she came in, we noticed that she had been clipped, so somebody had obviously owned her and given her a shorter haircut. But she's just a lovely, lovely girl, and as you can see, just absolutely stunning looking. So we hope she gets a good home with somebody that'll give her lots of love and attention.
This is Alamo. He is a pointer mix. He's about 1 year old, and he came to us as a stray. He was very frightened when he first arrived, but the dog socializers have been working with him, and he really has come a long way. We think that he will make an excellent family pet. He will just need patience and love, and that's actually all he needs. He is very sweet. He will walk well on a leash, and he probably wouldn't be good around small children because he's a little bit nervous, but certainly older kids should be fine. And then other cats and dogs, cats and other dogs he would have to be introduced to. But he should be fine. It just takes a little bit of time. But he's a very, very sweet dog, very, very loving. And he'd make a marvellous family pet. He's got this most gorgeous, gorgeous orange fur. And such a sweet face. This is Peja. He is a 3-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, very handsome. He came from a home that didn't have a good fenced yard, and he does need to run around. He needs some exercise. He's a loving boy. He bonds quickly, and he is very good on the leash, and he's a very good walker, and actually he's pretty calm. He's just not really into other dogs, and probably wouldn't be great around cats or small children, but he's a people dog. So if you want a dog that's handsome and you want to take him out walking, he's the dog for you. He's got a very nice nature. Hey, mister. He's very intelligent, I think. He's a good boy. This is Siberia. She's a 2-year-old husky mix. She came to us as a stray and very shortly afterwards gave birth to 6 puppies. The 6 puppies have now gone to good homes and we're looking for a home for Mama here. She has got some distinctive husky markings, but she is mixed with something else, we're not sure what, possibly a Labrador. And she is a very sweet temperament, probably quite active, and would do well in any sort of family home, just not very young children or cats, which is typical of huskies. But yeah, she's a very sweet girl with beautiful markings, and she's got this lovely brown colouring and a very cute face.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624, the Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
Well, this is one of our newer residents. His name is Borgnine. As you can see, he's a black lab mix, and he's about 6 to 8 years old. Incredible as it may seem, he was found running along I-17 as a stray and brought to us. He's a real happy, mellow guy. He loves to go on his walks. He's very easy to walk. He seems to get along with the dogs that he encounters, and he probably would be fine with cats. Most labs are. And probably older kids, because he's, he is 6 to 8, so he probably would be better with an older children. And he's very calm and mellow. As I said, he's not high energy. He'd be a great lap dog. He'd love to be a lap dog, probably just hanging out with you, and loves water, as most labs do. And so he would be great. Probably doesn't need a fenced-in yard. He just needs to have some walks for exercise. He could stand to lose a few pounds, but he is one of the best dogs we've had, because he's very, very friendly and very sweet, and he really deserves to have a good home. And we're hoping you'll come and take a look at him. our Fergus. Fergus came to us on October 26th as a stray. He's a 3-year-old border collie mix. He's obviously got other stuff in him because he's larger than most border collies are. He's a high energy kind of a dog. He loves to run around and play. He would have to be introduced with other dogs. Some dogs he seems to be fine. We were walking him next to a dog yesterday and he was fine. But that would probably need an introduction. And if he was in a household with older children, just because of his high energy level and his size, that would probably be good. He settles down. He's a real attention seeker. He loves people. He loves playing with people. He loves to be petted, as you can see. And he would just be a beautiful, beautiful boy. But he would need some exercise because he is high energy. So he would have to go on some long walks and hikes. He'd be a great hiking dog. Or have a fenced-in yard, and the yard should probably have a pretty high fence because he is a big dog and he could potentially get over a lower fence, so that wouldn't be right. But he might not be good with cats, but that could be something we could introduce, and he would just be really, really, I think, sweet in a home because I think he would settle down once he got out of the shelter here because he really does like to please people. So we're hoping that he will get a nice home with a family or an adult situation where he would get a lot of attention and love, and he would return it in manifold. This is one of our littlest guys. His name is Monty. He came to us in the middle of March, and he's a stray, a Chihuahua stray. One of the most affectionate dogs you will ever meet. He loves to be held and sitting in your lap. He loves to give lots of kisses. He is very, very good with other dogs. He's currently housed with 2 other dogs in his kennel. And they come out in the courtyard and they run around and play, but mostly he comes over and begs to be picked up because he really does want to be held. So if you're looking for a nice little fellow that just wants to be with you all the time and sit in your lap and get lots of attention, we took him over to PetSmart. He was a big hit over there. He behaved himself really well, so he's a very, very good little dog, walks really nice on his leash, and would make someone a really, really great companion. So please come check him out. You won't be disappointed. Right? Say hi.
This is Pumba. She's come from an exceptionally good home. Her and her sister were brought to the shelter, and they're well fed and they are just so well socialized. Really, really gentle and mellow disposition. She is 5 years old and she is a tabby, but she does have gold highlights, which makes her very, very pretty indeed. And she was brought to us because they had too many animals. She and her sister Ellie, very, very similar, possibly twins, or certainly from the same litter, and Ellie has already been adopted. But she would be suitable for any home because she has lived with dogs, cats, and children. So this will make a really superb, she will make a really superb family pet with so much wonderful history from her previous owners. This is Molly. She is a senior kitty. She's black and white, and she's very friendly. She's available at the senior adoption rate of $30. She enjoys laps, and she came in with 2 other kitties who are a similar age, possibly siblings. She's the most confident of the 3, and she would probably suit any household except very young children or loud barking dogs, because she looks like she would like a very quiet life. She's a gentle, quiet girl who just likes to be cuddled. This is Mr. Man. He's a muted orange tabby, almost sandy actually, and he came to us because his owner moved to Hawaii and she couldn't take him. He's just 1 year old, so he's really just a kitten, but he does like to sit on your lap, and he's very sweet, very friendly. He's purring up a storm here, and he would probably suit any sort of household. Later on, I'm going to be taking him over to the adoption center at PetSmart, where we have 8 kitties on a regular basis, and anybody that's interested in adopting kitties can come to PetSmart or the shelter and see our full range of kitties available for adoption. She's 4-month-old brindle tortoiseshell. She has absolutely beautiful markings and a beautiful face. She has got a twin sister called Salsa, and she has some other siblings too. And they were found wandering very, very remote region over by Stoneman Lake, and fortunately somebody picked them up and brought them to us. She and her siblings are available for adoption, and she is spayed and neutered. Sorry, they are neutered and she is spayed. And she would make a very, very nice pet for anybody, any sort of family. She is very playful and high energy, as you would think, typical of a kitten. So they do kind of curtain climbing routines and chasing around, and they're very, very active. So she would be very suitable for a home that would like a very active kitten or kittens playing around. I would take things very slow with any dogs in the home. Kittens can be particularly vulnerable to larger dogs who think they're toys. But other than that, I would say she'd be suitable for any home. The children in the home really must be over 4 years of age. This is Blue. He's a 1-year-old Russian Blue, hence his name, and he was found as a stray by a very nice lady who saw children stoning him with rocks. So she rescued him, brought him to the shelter, and it's very interesting because he does not appear to have any scars in his mind or body from that incident, unpleasant incident. He's actually very sweet, very mellow, and he would probably suit any sort of home. He seems very adaptable, and despite the fact that he was being ill-treated by children, I actually suspect he probably would get along with children very well, just because of his gentle demeanour. This beautiful golden tabby, short hair, is just 9 months old, but he's quite large for his age, so I think he's going to be quite a big cat, quite a large cat. He was found as a stray, and we're able to determine the age of the cats that we pick up as strays by their teeth, and he has got absolutely perfect, very young kittenish teeth, so he's obviously a very young boy. He is very playful, very high energy. He kind of gets along with other cats, but he really wants to play. He will probably do well in a household, any sort of household with other cats, but probably females would be better. Also, he would probably be okay with dogs because he's quite a big, strong boy, but introductions would have to go slowly. And yeah, he's a very nice boy. He's got these beautiful amber eyes and very, very soft fur. This is Piper. She is a 1-year-old, long hair, black kitty, but she has got a slightly white undercoat, which makes her particularly pretty. She's extremely dainty little thing and very, very talkative. She also was found as a stray and brought to us, and she's slightly skittish, but not too much. She would soon settle. I think a quiet household would probably suit her better. And she's just a very pretty, delicate little thing. And she's possibly even full grown. And she's very tiny for a full grown kitty.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Canine Country Club is where your pets go for vacation. Whether they need a place to stay for a few weeks or just camp time at daycare, our staff will make sure every individual animal's needs are met. Need the spa treatment? Grooming at Canine Country Club makes your dog look and feel better, and they can stay the day for free. We'd be honored to take care of your animals. Come in for a guided tour today, 1461 East Cherry in Cottonwood, or call 639-1624. The Canine Country Club, where your pets go for vacation.
This is Midnight. He's a 3-year-old black male kitty. He came to us as a stray, but because of his size, he's clearly been very, very well fed. He's only been with us a short time. I think he's had very loving owners in the past, whoever they were. And I think he would make a superb family pet, probably with older children, possibly younger. He seems very mellow. He might want to be the only cat because he's a large male, and any introductions to dogs would have to be done very carefully. So large males don't always like other animals. They can be very good with kids though, and he's going to make a very loving cat for some family. This is Zinnia. She's a 4-year-old Torby tabby. Tabby really, but you know what makes her a Torby is she's actually got these little beautiful gold bits on her fur, which kind of makes her sort of like a half tortoiseshell. And she is a really sweet girl. She's actually very popular here in the shelter. She's a little bit nervous at first, but when she gets to know you, she really does start to warm up. She is good with small dogs, and she's good with other cats. So she actually lives with another cat here in the shelter. Not one that she came in with, but one that she's kind of adopted as her partner for now. And she came as a stray to us, like so many of them do. And she would make a superb family pet. Probably a little nervous around children, but older kids and a family with small dogs and other cats would be fine.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
This is Bogey. Bogey's about a 4-year-old pit bull mix, very, very friendly boy. He's got kind of a gruff look on his face, but underneath all that is just a wonderful, wonderful, friendly boy. He's been with us too long already. He needs to get out of here, and he can probably live in almost any environment. He's pretty easygoing, fairly laid back, not tremendously active. He likes to sniff everything. If you take him for your walks, give yourself plenty of time because he's got to check out every bush. We call it reading the daily news. And I don't know that he would need a fenced-in yard as long as you give him his daily walks. He's pretty happy, pretty easy going on that point. He'd be wonderful with kids. He just loves everybody. Other pets, you might want to do a little meet and greet kind of a thing to see how he does with them. But for the most part, he's not tremendously aggressive or interested in other dogs. He just kind of does his own thing. He just likes to go through life and just enjoy it, and you give him some attention and he'll give you some attention, and everything works out well. And he just wants to leave you with one message and says, here's looking at you. Take me home. Okay, who we have here is Blue. Blue is a blue-nosed pit mix, a wonderful boy. He's very, very easygoing, loves people, loves to take his walks. He's wonderful on the walks. He very seldom will pull, just kind of likes to walk along with you. He's gentle, calm, which is kind of unusual for some pits. He settles down real easy. He's easy to train. He learns quickly, but you know, like all pit bulls, he's got kind of a strong will to him, so you have to be the one in control. And he's been with us for about 6 months now, which is hard for me to believe because he's such a beautiful dog. Everyone that sees him says the same thing, what a pretty dog. And he's as pretty on the inside as he is on the outside. I think that Blue would get along with another dog. Probably not cats, but I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see on that. He doesn't show any aggression toward other dogs. He's kind of indifferent actually toward them. He kind of likes to go about his own life and, you know, just be with his human friends. And come here, Boo, get over here. And I don't know where else to go with it. I mean, he's just a beautiful dog that you ought to come down, take a look at him, and see what you think. This is Hyphy. Hyphy is a lab mix, black lab mix, probably mostly lab. He's got all the characteristics and the temperament and the behavior of a lab. He amazes me that he's been here for 6 months and we don't have a lot of time to work and groom the dogs, and yet this guy's hair is always so smooth and soft and shiny. He's got some good genes going on inside there. He's about 2 years old, I'm guessing. He's been here for at least 6 months now. He was a pickup out on the road by animal control. I don't know why someone wouldn't have come and got him because he's really a good boy. Sometimes I call him Hyper instead of Hyphy because he is a very, very active dog. When you first get him out on the cage for his walk, he's just crazy. And, but he calms down real quick, loves to go for his walks. I would say that it's important for Hyphy to have a yard to play in because he is, as I say, a very active animal and needs a lot of exercise. If you don't have a yard, if you're a hiker, that would be great. Just, you know, somewhere where he can get out and release some of that inner energy he has. He gets along with most other animals here. There are a few that he doesn't care for. We find it's kind of interesting if the other dog is black, he doesn't like it. I think he doesn't like the competition or something like that. But otherwise, he's not so bad. As you see, he's a wonderful boy. And I think he'd do well in most homes. I think he'd be great with children. Most labs are, and then as I say, he has all lab characteristics. He sees birds out there and he wants to go get those birds and stuff. He's just fascinated by them. His ears perk up and he stands straight and erect and the tail goes straight out. And so he's got a lot of really, really good qualities. And I think you'd enjoy him, and he would certainly enjoy to have a new home to live in. And that's Hyphy. Okay, this is Riley. Riley is a pit bull mix, about 4 years old, brown with some white markings on him. Riley came to us back in November. He was an abandoned dog. Can't imagine anybody not wanting this guy. He's very, very active. Very, very good dog once he calms down a little bit. But when you first get him out in the morning, he likes to jump and frolic with you and just have a good old time. He does not do well with other animals, so he should be the only dog in the house. He'll roll in a yard with lots of room to exercise because he's very, very active. He would never be able to survive in a home with as an indoor dog. And as I say, once you get him out and start walking him, he's fine once you get past the first minute while he's going through his craziness there. So that's Riley.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Adventure Auto Glass is your locally owned auto glass replacement service with free mobile service to the Quad Cities, Sedona, and the Verde Valley. Adventure Auto Glass owner David Rittershaus is proud to support the Humane Society of Sedona and the Yavapai Humane Society with the Adventures with Animals program. Remember to mention Adventures with Animals when you call Adventure Auto Glass.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
Okay, this is our girl Zen. Zen is about a 4-year-old pit bull mix. We really don't know what she's mixed with. Everyone tries to guess. She's got such beautiful markings on her. We don't know what she's got inside her besides the pit bull, but she's a real sweet girl. Gets along really, really good with all the people around here. She's not overly active, but she's plenty active. She would like to be more active. In fact, we were just talking this morning and she told me that she'd really like to get a home where she gets some more exercise because she's starting to put on a little bit of weight and losing her figure, and that's obviously disturbing her. So I think she'd be pretty good with kids too. You know, you might want to do a little meet and greet just to see, but she's so gentle that I don't think she'd have any problems with them at all. Cats we never know about, but again, if you wanted to try that, you'd try to have to do some sort of a meet and greet with the kitties to see how she does. She doesn't need a lot of room to roam, but she would probably like a backyard. As we mentioned, she's concerned about her figure. She's starting to put on a little weight. She's a real jumper, so if you have a fence, it's going to have to be a good size fence. She can really get off the ground, surprisingly. If there was an Olympic event for standing high jump, she'd be a real contender for it. But real good girl, loves to play, and can't go wrong with somebody like her. This beautiful girl is Roxanne. We call her Roxy, at least her close friends call her Roxy, and I include myself in that group. She is a 2-year-old pit mix, probably 75, 80 pounds. She's a pretty good sized girl, very, very strong. She has been with us for about 6 months now. She was abandoned down at Dead Horse Ranch by her owner. Roxy, sit, sit. And for whatever reason, he didn't want to come and get her. So we've ended up with her. It's our gain and his loss, I guess. Roxy is a very sweet girl, gets along real well with everybody, and is a real lover. Loves to give kisses. She'll, if you get down on her level there, she'll put her front paws up on your shoulders and just lick you to death. That's her greeting card for you. She's playful. She will play some ball. That doesn't mean that she's a golden retriever, that she'll run and get it and bring it back and drop it at your feet and wait for you to throw it again. But she will go and get it, and then she decides whether she wants to bring it back, whether she wants to play anymore or not. I think Roxy would do really well in a family environment. She would probably do very good with kids. The only thing would be, I'd say, older kids maybe. She's very, very good. I think she'll be real positive in a family environment. She likes her exercise, so a yard with a fence would be perfect for her so she can roam around in it. She's very good on walks after the first couple minutes. For the first couple minutes, you're not taking her for a walk, she's taking you for a walk. But other than that, she's really fine. She doesn't have any bad habits that I know of, at least that I've seen in the 6 months, other than just loving people and just wanting to be around somebody. So that's pretty much it for Roxy. She's a good girl, needs to find a home, been here too long. Okay, this is Dahlia. Dahlia is a sweet little yellow lab mix. Very well behaved. A very calm demeanor about her. She's about 2 years old. Dahlia came to us from a pickup wandering loose on Highway 260. She was out there taking a stroll, didn't know where she was at, and so rather than have her getting killed, they brought her in here, and so she's been with us since, January, I think, about 2 or 3 months now. As you see, she's a very calm, very good girl. Gets along pretty well with everybody. She's excellent on her walks, no pulling whatsoever, just likes to get out and see what's going on around her. For the most part, she's indifferent toward other animals. Because of her calmness, my guess is that she would probably do well with a proper introduction with other pets in the home. She'd be a very good family dog. Again, as you can see, she is just so easygoing, so kids could just curl up next to her and love her and let her lick their faces like that, a little look in their faces. Always willing to give you kisses. Her activity level isn't as high as you think would be the case with a yellow lab, but I still think that a fenced yard would be the best bet for her, so she can get out and explore a little bit and kind of be free to roam as she likes to roam. I have not seen any real bad habits about her whatsoever. Other than maybe at first she's a little bit shy. She's weary of new people on first greeting, which lasts maybe 15 seconds, and then she's your best friend. So it's not a big concern, but it's just something that you should know about, that when you first come at her, if she looks like she's a little bit uncertain of you, just give her a second and then she'll be really fine after that. And that's the story on Dahlia.
This is Casper. He's about 10, 11-month-old male, a medium-haired black kitty, very playful. He loves other cats. He's always eternally curious. He would do well in a household with other cats and or children. He would need to be introduced to dogs. He was abandoned at the shelter and would love to go home with one of you. This is Maya. She's a domestic short-haired gray, about 2 years old. She was a young mom. Her and 3 kittens were abandoned in front of the shelter. She raised those, and now it's her turn. Yes, and I can't imagine why anyone would have ever abandoned you. She can be very playful. She can also growl if you rub her ears the wrong way. She'd make a great addition as an only cat to anybody's home. This is Mr. Goobers. He's a long-haired gray tabby, 2, maybe 3 years old. Very playful. Gets along great with other cats. He was actually surrendered to the shelter by a lady who lost her home, so consequently he's looking for a home. He does well with children and would be a great addition to anybody's home.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Red Rock Precision Motors is dedicated to quality repair, service, and regular maintenance for all makes and models, foreign and domestic. Voted Best Auto Repair and Best Transmission 4 years in a row. Don't forget, trip checks are always free at Red Rock Precision Motors in Sedona. Dog visitors are always welcome.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Red Rose Inspiration for Animals is focused on saving abused, neglected, homeless animals. Dedicated to healing and rehabilitating canines who have suffered from emotional abuse, helping them become adoptable. The Sedona Arts and Crafts shows help promote talented artists and benefit animals in need. Support the vision of building a rehab center and animal sanctuary. 928-282-5278.
This is Mojo, a short-haired, black and white young tabby. He's 10, 11 months old. He was actually born here at the shelter and raised here. All of his siblings have been adopted. He does well with other cats. He would do great with children. He would need to be introduced to dogs. And as you can see, he's quite lively and typically youngster with a short attention span. He would need to be played with. He could be a lap cat. He purrs quite loudly when he's in the mood. And again, this is Mojo, 10, 11-month-old tabby, and he would love to go home with you. This is Jeannie. She's about a year old. She came to us as a stray. She is very playful. She loves to play with balls. She will also chase a mouse, a laser mouse. She gets along well with other cats. And as you can tell, she also, when she feels like it, can be a great lap cat. And she would be just about perfect for any household that's looking for a cat that can both play and be a lap cat. This is Athena. She's about 10, 11 months old, domestic short hair. She came in as a stray, found wandering by Food City. She is highly playful. She plays until she drops. She gets along well with other cats. She's quite curious. She would do well in a household that has someone who likes to play. She loves attention, and she's waiting for just the right person to come take her home and play. And she can also purr when she chooses. This is Sweet Potato. She's female, 8, 9 months old. She came to us abandoned. Her and 2 of her siblings were found in the engine compartment of a car. Although it was a relatively bad start, she has adopted really well, and she loves playing. She loves other cats. She would do well in a household where someone could give her lots and lots of attention. And she's eternally curious. She needs to always see everything that's going on. And did I mention she also purrs up a storm? This is Flicka. She's a long-haired orange tabby. She's about 4 or 5 years old. She was a surrender at the shelter. She would do best in a quiet home. Would probably need to be an only cat, but if you're looking for someone to keep you company, to lie on the couch with you, this would be the lady right here. Once again, her name is Flicka. She's a long-haired orange tabby, and she would love to go home soon. This is Marty. He is an orange tabby, short hair, about 1.5 years old. He came to us as a stray. He is very playful. Right now he would love to get down and play with the other kitties, but he is a lover. He's very, very friendly. He will climb anywhere that he can, which is pretty much anywhere. He does well with other cats. And as you can see, he likes playing, and he is fearless, even with a mouse almost his size. This is BB. He's about 2.5 years old, came in as a stray. He's a neutered male, gray, short hair, However, one of his best features may not be readily apparent, but he has these beautiful white paws, and BB is very friendly, very easygoing. He would be equally happy to be a lap cat. He would do well in a home with other cats. He loves to play, and he's quite even-tempered. He would have to be introduced to dogs, and he would be ready to go home with you right now. This is Treaty, a short-haired black, 6-8 months old. Him and his two brothers, another short-haired black and short-haired orange, were left in front of the shelter. It's very friendly, very playful. Black cats always look clean, and their teeth are always white. And again, Treaty would love to go home and meet your family.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations and are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.